Like if I ask him for help with our child, he'll call me all type of broke this and that. So it's like the disrespect is on both ends. Don't just try to put it off on me and my mate, because he would never knew my mate if he didn't send his girlfriend looking for my mate to text him. Let's get that clear here.
The testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're here on a suit affecting a parent-child relationship. We just have a partial agreement and it's mostly contested. So I will read the agreed portions. First, I'd like the court to take judicial notice that Mr. Jones is here in the court today, and a copy of the state's petition was sent via email to him.
Okay. So noted.
Thank you. Parties are in agreement that the child is currently on government medical, and they are in agreement for medical support to be set at $57 a month starting March 1st, 2025. Parties are in agreement for the father to pay child support in the amount of $193 a month starting March 1st, 2025. Parties are asking to work out their own meeting place because the non-custodial parent does not have transportation. The rest are contested issues, and I'll take testimony on that. Ms. Pratt, can you please state your full name?
Brandy Wilkins Pratt.
Name and age of your child?
Renijah Brielle Jones. She's 2 years old.
Ma'am, did you hear the agreed portions that I read?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that those portions are in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you had your child, did Mr. Jones sign an acknowledgement of paternity,
Yes, ma'am.
stating that he is the father?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now to the non-agreed portions. The state is asking for retroactive support to be set, a retroactive judgment in the amount of $5,018 to be paid at $50 a month beginning March 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And that's from the period of January 1st, 2023 up till now, correct?
No, it should be January 4th because she was born January 4th.
But the month of January 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And during that period, was the father, Mr. Jones, giving you financial support towards the child?
No, his granny was helping me.
Okay. Are you asking to be named sole managing conservator?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to communicate effectively with Mr. Jones?
No, ma'am.
Why do you feel that being joint managing conservators is not in the best interest of your child?
Because like we argue about every little thing. He got his little like say-sos, which like he just living his own brain for me. Like when I say living his own brain, like we can't come to agreement. We always arguing. Like I could ask him one thing or he'd be like, I don't know, this man just argued with me. He disrespectful, and I just don't have the time for that no more. Like I'm just done with the disrespect.
Okay. Do you have safety concerns with him concerning your child?
No, he's concerning her, he's a really good when she go over there, he's a really good dad with her.
Okay. You're also requesting not to have a geographic restriction to the Dallas and contiguous county?
Yes, I am.
Are you planning to move?
Not in this day and age, but like if I want to, because I'm gonna go be a nurse and like it's other opportunities in different states. I don't want to just be bound down to Dallas.
All right, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Jones, can you state your full name?
Yes, ma'am. Michael Renard Jones.
So earlier I had read the agreed portions that you and Miss Pratt agreed to. Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe those agreed portions are in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's talk about the parts that you don't agree with, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The state is asking for a retroactive support judgment in the amount of $5,018 to be paid at $50 a month beginning March 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that, sir?
No, ma'am.
Can you explain why?
When the child was born, me and her was staying together. We recently broke up late 2023, but we wasn't done dealing with each other and seeing each other till around March after our child's birthday, which is 2024.
So is your dispute with the length of the retroactive child support period? So
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
asking for for the retroactive period to start from March 2024.
No, 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 no. You could do like January because that's when me and her stopped staying with each other around that time.
So instead of 2 years, you're asking for 1 year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. During the period when she said you guys initially separated or when your child was born,
Hmm.
you're stating that you two lived together or that you were together in a relationship
No, we were together in a relationship and stayed together.
and you guys stopped living together in 2024.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. During the period from January 2024 to now, have you given her any financial support?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you're requesting to be named joint managing conservators, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel that you can effectively communicate with the mother
Yes, ma'am. I can.
and you're able to make decisions for your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you in agreement for the mother to have not to have a geographic restriction?
At the moment, I want one because she likes to keep the child away from me. So I'm scared and I'm not sure what she's got planned. And I'm also got opportunities of going to school and being able to move out of state also. So I don't want to also hold that down on both of us. But at the moment, I don't feel safe for her having that right. So I'm against it at the moment.
Okay, so you're asking for the mother to be restricted to the Dallas and contiguous counties.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has there been acts of family violence between the two of you?
No.
Has there
No,
been acts, do you have any safety concerns with her having your phone number or address?
No, ma'am. We good. It's just her and her boyfriend likes to threaten me when things don't go their way. So I so with her not wanting me to be allowed at her address, my grandma told her that her boyfriend's not allowed over here because he was threatening me. So you know, I don't feel threatened, but they do threaten me. So I don't want to like get myself in a situation and then it comes back on me and everyone be like, why you didn't say nothing? Why you didn't report it? Or,
So are you asking for your address and are you asking for your address not to be disclosed to the other party?
oh, she knows my address, but I don't know where she stays.
Okay. Are you uncomfortable with your phone number um being available to her?
No, ma'am.
What costs are billed to you today? Are you in agreement with that?
Can you repeat that, please?
Or costs are billed to you today. Are you in agreement with that?
I'm sorry. It's just one more time. I'm sorry.
Court costs are billed to you today. Are you in agreement with that?
No, ma'am.
For child support arrears, would you be in agreement for a judgment of $2,765.72? And would you be in agreement to pay that at $50 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, may I recall, pass the witness.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I recall Ms. Pratt?
Yes.
Ms. Pratt,
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
have any safety concerns with Mr. Jackson?
With Mr. Jones.
I'm sorry, with Mr. Jones?
I mean, we both do like a little threatening or like the disrespect. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like it's just me because only how like I'm not gonna lie like it's just all me because he have threatened me a lot too. And like for instance, like if I ask him for help with our child, he'll call me all type of broke bitches and this and that. So it's like the disrespect is on both ends. Don't just try to put it off on me and my mate because he would never knew my mate if he didn't send his girlfriend looking for my mate to text him. Let's get that clear here. Now, when him and my mate did establish words, it's because
Ms. Wilkins, I don't care about all that.
okay, well,
It may be important to you, but that petty stuff's not important to me.
okay,
What
it's not
we're trying to find out is if he's a danger to you or you're a danger to him. That's what we're trying
okay.
to find
No,
out.
he's not no danger to me.
Okay. And you're okay with him knowing your address?
No, that only on the strength of my mama. Now, I did say when I get my own apartment, he can know it. I don't care. But I live with my mom. She doesn't want him to know it. So this
Besides
is
your mom, has he done anything at your residence that would give me a reason or evidence to show that he should have known that address other than your mom just not wanting him to know?
no, I mean they have had like words, but no, not really. It's not
Okay.
a big deal.
All right. Ms. Etterfield, were you done?
No, Your Honor. I calculated child support arrears just starting from January 2024 through now. The period where Mr. Jones said that you guys no longer live together, and it's actually reduced to $1,544. Ma'am, are you in agreement to this amount instead of the $3,088?
No, I'm not in agreement with that because I don't know if it go off the living. We were back and forth from his grandma house to my mama house, but like this man have never helped me financially with this child. Like
Okay.
never like if his grandma helping me is considering a way of him helping, then okay. But this man physically have never helped me in no type of way with this child.
Okay.
Like none.
Okay. But you are in agreement that you ceased to live together in 2024 of January. Is that correct?
No. 2024 in Jan. No, we were not living together. We were back and forth from my mama house, his grandma house. My mama house, like typical teenagers would do, go from parent house to parent house. It was not no me then fully moved in and him fully moved in with my parents. No, we were back and forth from parents' house. That's what that was. It was not no, oh, I'm gonna move in with him. No, it was just back and forth from our
Okay,
parents.
so you guys stopped living together with his grandmother and with your mother. It ceased in January 2024.
No, you could take it back to 2023.
To January 2023, not March 2023, like you said before.
Like to January. Like, I don't know, like I'm new to this. Like I'm trying to understand it. Like I'm just like we were from back and forth from houses. So I don't see how that is living. Like, I don't know. Like we were from my mama house, we might stay there a week. His grandma house, we might stay there a week. Like it was just like that.
Okay, that's fine. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. The parts y'all agreed to at the beginning, those are all fine. As far as the contested issues, I'm gonna appoint Ms. Wilkins Pratt as a sole managing conservator, since y'all aren't able to reach agreements together. Somebody's got to make the decisions regarding your child, so she'll be the one to make educational and medical decisions. We're doing standard visitation. As far as geographic restriction, I am ordering Ms. Wilkins Pratt live in Dallas County or any county that touches Dallas, so you can move out of the area. And that's so that Mr. Jones can visit with his child on a regular basis. If you move out of the area, then that makes visitation even harder. But if Mr. Jones decides to move out of the area himself, then that changes everything. Because then that allows you, Ms. Wilkins, to move wherever you want to since he moved. So if you just, that's something y'all can discuss later on when it actually happens. Y'all are talking about things that aren't actually going to happen right now. But I want to make sure the reason we have that in there is so that we make sure that both parents can be involved with their child's life. So again, if Mr. Jones leaves and goes to do his own thing somewhere else, then all bets are off. You can move wherever you want, Ms. Wilkins. Retroactive support. Obviously, I guess other people were paying your bills, I guess is what you're trying to tell me, because y'all were living at one mother's house and another mother's house. But for my purposes, y'all were living together, even though y'all might not have been paying bills or rent where you were at. So for retroactive support, I'm only going to grant $2,500 for back child support, and for that to be paid at $30 a month until paid in full. Regarding non-disclosure requests, I'm not granting either one of your non-disclosure requests. Y'all have to let each other know where you live. If y'all want to meet at another place for the exchanges, that's fine with me. Y'all need to discuss that after court as far as where y'all want to meet. Some people meet at a gas station or a McDonald's or a park or something like that. If you don't want each other going to each other's residence, then pick a place that's kind of works for both of you. But otherwise, Mr. Jones is going to be picking up at your residence, Ms. Wilkins. So if you want to suggest another alternative place, y'all can talk about that after court. But I'm not going to make your address a secret. I don't care about the other people that you live with. If nothing's actually happened and y'all get into verbal arguments, I don't really care about that. That's not what I would consider family violence issues. Obviously, I don't want things to get worse, want things to improve, but that's going to take both of y'all doing that. And so y'all need to talk on a better basis than you have before. You need to communicate better. Court calls bill to Mr. Jones. The Dallas County will send you a bill for that. It's not something you have to pay today, but Dallas County will bill you later on. All right, the Attorney General's office is going to put all that into a court order for me to sign. Those will be the terms of the order, even though you may not agree. And they will try to email you that if they have your email address information. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I redirect, please?
What?
Mr. Jones asked the court to place him in the Choices program.
Oh, yes, that's fine. So, Mr. Jones, yeah, if you want to be in the job program, definitely that we can add that in there too. So you need to wait here, Mr. Jones, to meet with the choice representative here on Zoom, and then after that, you can leave, okay?
Okay, so I got a question real quick. Yes, sir. So if I'm going to college in August, will that affect anything?
No, you created a child, you have to pay your support even if you're not working.
No, I'm saying with the choice, with the job thing.
Well, I'm gonna order it to you now. Don't you want to do it right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, we're not gonna have another hearing. This is a final order.
All right.
Okay, hang on, Mr. Jones. They're gonna move you to another room. Ms. Wilkins, you can go ahead and leave for the day. Thank you.
What does he need my address for? That's what I'm not understanding.
In the event that you don't choose to give him his visitation when he needs to have his visitation, he needs to have an address where he can serve you and have you arrested for not letting him visit.
He will not have my address. That is something that I am not willing to give him.
You know, all I have to do is say that you have to give him your address and you have to give him your address. You know that, right? No. You don't know that?